Hi there YouTubers and Lord of the Rings fans. This is Roscoe back with another review, and this time it's of the Sideshow Collectibles Gandalf the Grey premium format figure, exclusive version. Now early on the week I was sad to hear of the passing of Sir Christopher Lee, who played Saruman. I just recently got the Saruman premium format and that's my last review. It's such an amazing statue, and this is a piece here that I've always wanted. Even when I wasn't collecting statues, it was a piece I'd always liked to have, but just given its rarity and the price it goes for, if you can find it, it sort of turned me off even trying. But due to the circumstances early in the week and having the Saruman premium format, I thought I'd actually try and hunt down this piece finally to use as a companion piece to the Saruman PF I have. It'll just make the display that much more awesome in my opinion, having both the wizards there together. So I put a Facebook post up early in the week, and surprisingly enough I got a message about 15 minutes later saying or notifying me of a seller that had it in a neighbouring state of my country, which was great. I messaged him and he said yes, it's for sale, and to my surprise as well, it was the exclusive version and it came at a very good price, and it's completely mint. So I snapped it up straight away, and here he is, guys. Very happy and still in shock that I have this piece after wanting it for at least 5 years. I'm pretty sure it came out in 2010, so it is quite a hard piece to pick up now. Right, let's go take a look. We'll take a look at the packaging first. Box is nice and quite and compact given its size, quarter scale. Image of the statue on the front. On the side, have another pose or another angle. Showing the hatted Gandalf. On the back we have a description of who the character is and basically some sort of plot of the movie. A summary of the character. I was almost going to wait to hopefully see that Sideshow were going to do a new one. That's another reason why I decided to wait for it for such a long time. But then hearing after Saruman that could be the last Lord of the Rings piece, so it's always been that one thing that's bugging me to try and find it. But after having the Saruman PF and how awesome that is, it just seems strange now not having the main wizard to go with him. So you have your polystyrene insert, and you have the body. With the exclusive you have the two heads, and you have the arm that holds the staff. Let's go take a look at the piece itself. Photos online never do this piece justice. You always see it in people's collections in the distance, and you see how great it looks. Then you see bright flashed shots in person. Even on my camera, it's not picking up what I'm seeing here. But in hand, it is a magnificent piece. Really represents that museum quality and timeless piece which you want from a statue or a premium format. It is Sir Ian McKellen, Gandalf the Grey to a T, that's for sure. Now on the regular sculpt here with the hat, he has him sort of looking up slightly. Got the beard. The beard's all sculpted, polystone to the head, which is magnetised and that slots into the body. But the top hair piece is like a plastic type material, and they must have glued the hat, which is also polystone, on top. So both the exclusive and regular head sculpts are the same, except I think the exclusive one, his eyes are looking slightly down more, ever so slightly, and you get to see the top of the head. You get his cloak, which you slide over him, it just sort of rests. You can tie it up with these strands here. You got his, let's say, satchel. You got the rope that holds his inner robe together. You got his strap and sheath for his sword Glumdring. That's sculpted into the actual sheath, so you can't slide that out. Would have been great if it was die cast or something, you could slide it out. Got his pants under here. See if I can get a better look at those. Boot slots in via a peg here, and the back foot just rests on the top of the base there. The base is really nice. Showing the steps of the Mines of Moria. And I love how they kept the Saruman base looking like the original bases that this guy comes with. So now that I've got him, they both look like a matching pair. Got the runes and the base. Just the rock and the steps have been done well. It's a nice contrast too, seeing Saruman has a similar pose and similar steps, but his are of Orthanc. Sort of resembles the different qualities and the different characteristics of both wizards. And here we have his arm. This is actually magnetised and that slots in into his shoulder. It's better to slot all these right back so you can see what you're doing, otherwise it can be tricky. And we have his staff, which, unlike Saruman, is actually connected to his hand. There's one sculpt. And obviously the light up feature, the wire comes down through here, makes a connection in the shoulder. There's a battery pack in his chest that holds 2 AAA batteries, and a switch that's hidden behind the sword here, around in his hip area, or just above his hip in his belly. Let's have a quick 360 view. Don't come any iconic when it comes to poses than this. The weathering on the cloak and his clothes is done really well. It's a definite colour change, plus the fraying. Let's go take a look at the exclusive head, which I have down here. Here I'd say the paint app's slightly better on the exclusive head. It's the exact same sculpt, except you get to see the top of his head, which is a plastic part which connects all down to here. I think they would have glued that on top of his head separately. But his eyes aren't looking as far up as the other sculpt, they're looking a little bit more straight on. Now I think this sculpt looks amazing. It's hard to say which I like better because the hat's very iconic, but in half the film of the Fellowship, he actually doesn't wear his hat through half the film. So if you want to display him like he's fighting the Balrog, you know, this is a great piece. I'm so happy I got the exclusive. Saruman I didn't mind because I was always going to display with the Palantir, but with this one I'll probably switch these in and out every now and then just for something different. It was definitely a must-have. So I find if you take the actual robe off, so he's just got his his cloak off, so he's just got his robe outfit on, this probably looks better. But if you're having the full cloak over the top, then the hatted Gandalf is the one to display. But as I mentioned, they're both the same sculpt, so it's hard to say which one's better than the other. It's just nice to have a bit of a change up every now and then to show a different pose or scene from the film. That's really nice. Now I can see if I can turn the light up feature on. Might take a little while to find this button. There we go, just under the sword there. There we have the light up feature. That's probably the only time I'll use this, so I'll probably take the batteries out once I'm finished here. Of course, going in the display, I don't want to be fiddling around with the button and leaving the batteries in, that could corrode in time, so it's a nice little feature for some photos and for the review, but on display you'll probably never need to use it. Such an awesome series, I love the films. And you can't have a Lord of the Rings collection without Gandalf, so very happy to have this piece. I'm going to start looking for a Gollum PF and a Morgul Lord possibly, and that'll probably do my Lord of the Rings PF line. The Lord of the Rings stuff in PF form was done very well by Sideshow. All the pieces I own I can't fault at all. Alright guys, I'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed this review. And look at Gandalf the Grey, premium format by Sideshow Collectibles. Have a few more hot toys coming in and I'll be reviewing in about a week's time. Have Marty McFly, I've got Rocket and Groot double pack, and a couple of others. So stay tuned for those. Gamora's another one as well. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Bye for now.